The following program is presented by Pro Sound and Video.
Today on Broward Team News, we're here at McFatter Technical High School to see what our community has to offer amidst the COVID-19 pandemic.
Coming up, we have a taste of virtual school and how it affects student life.
A local cafe that wants to put a dent in the stray cat population of Miami.
And so much more here on Broward Team News.
Welcome back. I'm Angelica.
And I'm Jalen, here with McFatter Technical High School. Our first story tonight comes from our friends at American Heritage, who did a deep dive into the effects of plastic straws.
With environmental awareness becoming more prevalent all around the world, hundreds of thousands are doing their part in keeping the world green. A perfect example of this is right here in South Florida, with the movement to get rid of plastic straws. And I guess the real question that many are asking is, why? Although they may seem insignificant, plastic straws are one of the most common items picked up on beach cleanups. Plastic never completely biodegrades, and with the U.S. using over 390 million single-use straws a day, that quickly adds up in landfills or even at the bottom of the ocean. It's an all too common sight to see aquatic animals eating plastic trash, which commonly leads them to sickness or even death. Luckily, our community down here in South Florida is making an effort to change. I got the lucky opportunity to talk to the manager of Brown Dog Eatery, a restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale that has opted for paper rather than plastic. Well, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What is that journey that you take to really switching from plastic straws to paper straws, and why?
We decided that it's going to be baby steps for us. There's a lot of different things that we can do as a restaurant to minimize the amount of trash, even foods. There's a lot of different ways that we can incorporate some foods without having to throw away so much. So it's the baby steps, so we figured with the straws, it's a nice little baby step to take forward.
What do you think switching to paper straws and eventually no straws kind of represents for the environmental movement?
I think, again, it would just eliminate so much trash. You know, I think that's what we're trying to accomplish. I think as not just as a community, but just by eliminating a little bit of that trash goes a long ways. But we're also trying to do a lot. We're trying to use less plastic. So a lot of our containers that are to go, we've incorporated to where it's paper versus plastic.
And then just one last thing. So for all of the people who are watching, especially teenagers, if you were to give one kind of this is why you should switch, or here's something that you could do to kind of help the environment, like Brown Dog Eatery, what would you say to those teens?
Start with those baby steps. Just by eliminating a little bit of trash on a daily basis goes a long ways, and that trash is only going to add up towards the end of the week if you minimize having to use so much of that trash on a daily basis.
Thanks to restaurants like Brown Dog Eatery, it shows us that although getting rid of plastic straws may not seem that consequential, nor will it completely solve our environmental problem, it's one more step that we can all make to keep our environment green. Whether it's changing the paper straws or simply refusing plastic ones, we can all work to make a difference. Signing off for WHS News, I'm Teddy.
Very environmentally aware, it's important to take care of our environments. This includes overpopulation, especially in stray animals. Over at the Cap Cafe, Celtia Jackson does exactly this. How about you see the creative business for yourself?
Among the many local tourist attractions and luxury restaurants here in South Beach, this small cafe filled with cats is trying to add just a little more paradise to the local area.
There's 100,000 South Beach and Miami cats that are stray right now. So trying to help solve that problem and help provide a space for them to get adopted and have that forever home. So these cats are all coming from, the streets, and they make sure to find ones that they think will want to have a relationship with humans and, that are well behaved and well tempered and all of that.
Well, the big shocker is that this was never my dream. This was never the plan. This was not what I set out to do. But it's worth it. And in the case of Miami Beach, I'd like to think that it's making life a little bit better for its residents, both the two-legged and the four-legged kind.
It really gives you a good vibe. You feel comfortable, but I just know that they will make me happy. So yeah, I'm really happy that there are places like this for rescued cats and for people who can't have cats, so they can just come here and chill out with cats.
My position is to take care of the humans in Cat Cafe and give them the treats and the drinks and all of the things that they need, either before they go in or if they're just sitting in the cafe to hang out and watch the cats. So sometimes it's foods. We have fresh squeezed orange juice, which is really good, and then people will come in and play with the cats for a little bit, and sometimes I'll help kind of to guide them in here as well.
No animal does well in a cage or a habitat, and so to have this big space where they've got plenty of places to climb, lots of toys, and nice humans that will pet them and pamper them is pretty nice. But I also know that there isn't a cat in there that wouldn't be happier in a home, no matter how simple and how few the toys.
Whether you just wanted to play with some cats for the afternoon or give one a forever home, there's definitely a furry feline friend fit for you at the Cat Cafe. Signing off for WHS News, I'm Teddy, South Beach, Miami.
Well, isn't that just the perfect place to hang out? And if you think that place is good, wait till you see this next video on the culture of a beautiful country, Haiti.
Music, food, culture in general, variety, colorful. Being Haitian, to me, that's what it means.
The Caribbean island nation of Haiti is sadly mostly known for natural disasters and unrepresentative stereotypes while sitting only 700 miles away from Florida's coast. Yet this country is undeniably beautiful, rich with culture, and boasts one of the busiest communities in South Florida, Little Haiti. One such member is traditional Haitian drummer Jeff Pierre.
I started drumming because of my family. It started with my mom. She's a dancer, comedian, singer, and started a dance and drum company, music, in Haiti. And as a kid, that was my environment, always seeing, because, we always had rehearsals and everything. So, the dancers would be there, all the people rehearsing. So, seeing the drummers, I feel like that was cool. That was a cool thing for me as a kid, seeing the people doing crazy stuff. So I wanted to be like them. But I feel like no matter what, like once you hear the drum, like it calls you, I feel like that's something, in Haiti, like I would say everyone, like once you hear the drum, it calls you. And that's how I started, I feel like I was really attracted to the drum.
To understand the Haitian culture is to understand its people, it's to understand its music, it's to understand the way of living. Little Haiti is just a place that, you kind of instantly fall in love. Why? Because the people are warm here. It kind of make you feel like you're back in Haiti. You have that sense of being home. And you couldn't get that anywhere else besides being in Little Haiti. The food, the merchants that are selling in the streets, the colorful building, it just gives you a sense of home.
So when I came here, I feel that it was important for the Haitians living here to have a place where they can come and see the Haitian authors, literature. The bookstore is the heart of Little Haiti. That's where, you find the Haitian culture and anything pertaining about Haiti. When you come here, you hear the Creole language, you smell the
griot, which is like fried pork and fried plantain. Griot is the dish, and it's, if not the most popular and one of my favorite Haitian dishes. The music is very vibrant and upbeat. The foods are very delicious. The country has an amazing history about it. To understand Haiti, is to first look into its history before you look at the Haiti that we see today. Haiti has been stigmatized with so many different negative connotations about it.
That's one thing in Haiti, like I feel like once we come together, like everything's gonna change, and I feel like that's not gonna give people an opportunity to say negative stuff about the country, because I feel like at first we need that union,
We stick together, and I think just like I was telling you, we talking about preserving a culture. It's not gonna just be one person. It's gonna be, we're gonna need a team. We're gonna need the whole community to come together to understand that mission. That even though we're not in Haiti, we're in Little Haiti, or TIET, that it's gonna take all of us to come together and, you know, to preserve that culture that we're talking about on the different levels.
And something else, we always say that we are proud. We are from Haiti, and we are Haitians, and we are proud to be.
The culture there seems so rich. It looks like a lot of fun to visit as well. Speaking of fun, up next we have Gecko Park, an indoor trampoline park that fulfills the dreams of little kids everywhere.
Even on Super Bowl Sunday, while most fans are getting ready, getting excited, and tailgating for the big game, others are simply fans of having a good time while exercising here at Gecko Parks. Now, let's take a look around at what truly makes this place so spectacular. And of course, let's jump right into it.
Here at Gecko Parks, we have obviously the trampoline, the 7 attractions. We have an arcade. We have a rock wall ropes course. We're also getting a couple virtual reality video games in the future.
It's really fun because I get to hang out with my family because I don't get to spend a lot of time with my sibling a lot, so I want to come here and spend more time with him.
Gecko Parks appeals to families and friends by bonding them through unique ways of exercise.
Actually, I'm a personal trainer, so my son sees me working out at home and he wants to join me. So a lot of times we'll work out together, just playing and being active. Always trying to incorporate exercise and a healthy lifestyle in general, just by our daily action. Instead of having them sit on a computer or on a tablet, we go out and do things like come to Gecko Park and whatnot.
When you're looking for a fun way to work out, fans simply revere Gecko Parks as one of the best. And they're showing us that it doesn't have to be a chore to stay healthy. Reporting for WAHS News, I'm Siobhan, Weston, Florida.
Wow, that park looks amazing for spending time with your family. Speaking of family, this next feature story shows a family adjusting to online learning.
As school has started back up again, many have wondered how it will affect the learning of children of all ages, namely in the elementary level, as this is when teacher interaction is at its highest. Many are also wondering if the children even like online school.
I like online school because it's online and I don't have to move my stuff a lot. I don't have to move a lot. I don't have to wait extra time to get home.
Meet Violet. She's a third grader at Country Isles Elementary, and according to her, she has little to no complaints about doing school from home.
I kind of miss school because all my friends, we just got to go onto the big playground.
While Violet says she doesn't see her friends a lot, she still stays in contact with them.
I talk to my friends sometimes, usually not on calls, but after school, things like that.
According to Sherry Wasser, Violet's mother, Violet hasn't lost much social interaction.
No, surprisingly, Violet has increased contact with her friends through online games like Roblox, FaceTiming, and we've had a few playdates.
Sherry says that while some things have changed for Violet, it's still somewhat similar.
I know that she is happy to be home, but not excited about learning new things.
And she was excited about learning at school?
I don't think that's true either.
One thing that has changed, though, is exercise.
Well, I don't like to exercise.
Violet does not like to exercise, so we are forcing her to exercise daily.
When asked, school psychologist Kurt Wasser, who happens to be Violet's father, said that this lack of exercise will only really affect the elementary school children.
I think for most kids, they're probably not doing as much as they would be at school. But that would probably just be at the elementary level. Middle school kids who don't want to be active don't take PE anyway. Same thing in high school. If they don't want to be active, they don't take PE. So those kids were probably sitting around anyway.
When it comes to the long-term effects of online learning, Mr. Wasser seemed a tad worried.
I think the most immediate effect is going to be how do we get back to interacting with these masks on, in which it is a somewhat emotionless atmosphere.
On the other end of the spectrum, Mrs. Wasser seemed optimistic when it came to Violet returning to normalcy.
I think she's resilient and she'll be fine once we get back to school.
While Violet likes online school, its effects won't truly be felt for a while. This is Miles with McFatter TV.
I bet online learning can build up a lot of stress. You know what's a great way to alleviate stress? Exercising, as it releases a lot of endorphins and pent-up emotions. This is especially true at the 9 Rounds gym, which we were able to get an inside scoop on their boxing program. Roll the clip.
Thanks guys, I'm here today at 9 Round Gym in Plantation, where this facility is like no other. While trainers are motivating their members every step of the way, this special workout is effective and only lasts 30 minutes.
What inspired the concept was Shannon the Cannon Hudson. He was the founder of 9 Round, and it's based on his kickboxing. He's a world champion kickboxer, and he based the workout on kickboxing. So each round is 3 minutes long. Basically, you're doing a kickboxing workout for 30 minutes.
It's very convenient with my schedule. Having 3 kids, I could show up at any time of the day. And it's 30 minutes in and out. Sometimes I come twice a day because it's so easy to get to. It's a new workout every day. They keep it very interesting, and the trainers are awesome and super motivating. My girlfriends and I always meet here, so we hold each other accountable.
It allows our members to come in on their own schedule. There are no class times. They always have a trainer included in their workout, so that's part of what we offer our members is they have a personal trainer basically for the entire 30 minutes. They don't have class times, and they can tailor the members to the workout to what they want to do. Basically, if they want to lose weight, tone their bodies, or just come in and have a great workout, everybody can get something individually from their workout.
Let's say someone comes in and says they want a six-pack. When they're on the floor, I'm going to be screaming at them, remember, you told me you need a six-pack. Or let's say someone comes in and said, I want to lose 20 pounds by X amount by this date. I'm going to keep reminding them what they told me when they first signed up.
As long as you're moving your body in some form of exercise, it's healthy, it's good for you. Along with proper nutrition, I think everybody should have some type of fitness regime as part of their life.
As you can see, it is truly important to implement fitness into your life. And 9 Round is definitely the place for a good and fast workout, making you live here stronger. Reporting for WHS, I'm Victoria Molina.
That seems like such a nice place to blow off steam after a hard day and get a good workout in while you're at it. But in the next video, you'll see that there's no better way to relax and blow off steam than the salt nest.
Thanks guys. Obviously, everyone wants to stay healthy. But lately, with new worries coming to the front of our minds every day, it seems to be getting harder. But here at the Salt Nest, they're bringing back an old form of therapy to lead the change in an ever so worrisome world.
So salt therapy, it consists in we have salt rooms, and then inside the room we have a machine that is gonna grind pure salt for the time of the session. So during the session, we provide meditation music. So you got your headphones, your music. We also provide blankets because we have to keep the place really cold, like 68, 69, to keep the properties of the salt. You go inside the room, you just have to sit and relax. Some people, they fall asleep. Some people, they just meditate. You just have to breathe really deep, and the salt start working on your body, cleaning your body, and helping your skin or just your mind.
Well, I researched this because I have respiratory problems, and it substitutes for medicine for me. But I'd prefer natural treatment if I could get it than just a bunch of medicines. So I come 3 times a week, and the ladies here know me because I'm a regular.
Some people, they are trying to look for natural, holistic treatments. So that's why salt therapy is getting popular for a lot of people, because we don't use medicine. People with asthma, they don't have to use steroids here. It's completely natural. You don't have to be worried your body is getting something weird, chemical inside your body. So that's why I guess it's changing the mind.
They want you to feel better. So they're there for you, and they're very helpful. I appreciate what it does for me.
The Salt Nest is changing the way that people can stay healthy without the use of detrimental medicines like steroids. Although salt therapy has been around for centuries, it is just now gaining the attention that it deserves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking a well-deserved 45-minute break. And signing off for WHS News, I'm Siobhan, Plantation, Florida.
You know, I usually need a massage like that after I go skating. It really takes a toll on me physically. Speaking of skating though, we got a closer look into the lifestyle of a lifelong skater. We have our own McFatter TV student, Jalen, here with the story.
This is Jimmy. He's currently a senior at McFatter Technical High School with a very interesting hobby. One hobby that he's managed to maintain since he was only 8 years old. How long have you been skating?
Since I was about 8 years old, that's when I started teaching myself how to skate.
It's pretty impressive how consistently Jimmy maintains his hobby.
You're fine.
I've taken breaks in between, but for the most part, I haven't really stopped.
Jimmy's hobby is a big part of his life. It's even apparent to his friends how much he cares about skating.
Always.
Jimmy's known for getting in trouble for skating when he's not supposed to be skating. He'd be running through the school and then principal's like, hey! And he's like, okay, my bad. And he gets off his skateboard, carries it around.
Jimmy has even taught his friends to skate, so today we had him teach Angelica.
As a skate teacher, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's probably like a 6 or 7. You're not the only reason I would rate him not a 10 is that I'm not a professional skater right now. If you taught me how to be a professional skater in a matter of an hour, then you have the title as the best skate teacher.
Skating's a lot of fun, and you can tell if they both really enjoy doing it. But it's not an easy hobby to have. It's very dangerous, and it's very easy to get injured doing tricks or even just skating in general.
A lot of bones. A lot of bones. You want me to list them? I could probably only list a few because I actually can't remember. I've sprained both my ankles. I have broken my left arm twice. I've broken my right arm once. I have actually fractured my collarbone. I have, let's see this. I've had countless number of scratches and scrapes and bruises, but it all like builds pain tolerance. Like my mom wasn't even surprised to see me in the hospital after a while. She was kind of just like, well, next one.
Despite the injuries and hospital visits, it really is something that he enjoys. And you can see it in these videos of him skating with his friends. It really was a good time having him teach Angelica to skate. This is Jalen reporting live from McFatter TV. Or not live. Sorry, Mr.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Broward Teen News. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Broward Teen News for more content.
Thanks for watching. I'm Jalen.
And I'm Angelica. Signing off.
Pro sound and video.